Thank you for coming.
Take two. All right, start. Go ahead.
Thank you, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for being here. The Current Education Justice Collaborative and the Building Healthy Communities Initiative have launched a media campaign which includes the billboard that we see above us, as well as print and radio ads. We're calling on the Kern High School District. We're bringing attention to the education crisis that we have in Kern High School District and asking community members to take action. Kern High School District is failing our children. Only 15% of graduating students are college ready. In a class of 40, this means that only 5 of 40 are college ready. Students in our low-income communities are particularly vulnerable. High schools on the east side have an average of 8 to 10 AP courses, while high schools on the west side have twice as many. Schools with the highest needs are not receiving the funds that they are supposed to be receiving under the local control funding formula. When signing the new law, Jerry Brown said, "The students who need most will get more." We are calling on the Kern High School District to use the state education funds responsibly and to allocate funds for the students who need it most. And we're calling on the community to get involved. Please attend local input community sessions at Kern High School District and other school districts. And we are also inviting the community to attend a free workshop that we have on Monday, May 16th at 6 p.m. We're going to hear from other speakers now. The first speaker is Randy Villegas, who is a South Kern Soul reporter and a former Kern High School District student.
Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Randy Villegas, and I'm a graduate of the Kern High School District, a current employee where I teach at 2 high schools, and I'm also an aspiring future educator. Earlier last week, I wrote an article about the difference between equity and equality and why the Kern High School District needs to grasp it. Simply put, the district is failing our students. Where LCFF funds are supposed to be helping our students with the highest needs, it is instead being split up in the same amount per school. This is not the correct way to address the issue. When Governor Jerry Brown signed the legislation into law 3 years ago, he said, "We are bringing government closer to the people, to the classroom where real decisions are made, and directing the money where the need and the challenge is greatest. Our disadvantaged students deserve more resources to overcome extra obstacles they face, and this formula does just that." However, we know that the Kern High School District has not used these funds as intended, and instead has chosen to follow their own agenda. This is injustice at its prime. According to LCFF guidelines, schools like Arvin, East, and Miramonte should be prioritized and allocated more funding since they have a disproportionately higher number of high-need students. Students with high needs are the students who may not have Wi-Fi access at home, let alone a computer. These students may not even have a parent available to take them to their local library branch to complete their work, a library system whose hours are limited, but we'll shelve that conversation for a different conference. Students who are high needs need resources like updated computer labs, programs, technology, and books. This is not to say that we should ignore those schools with lower rates of high-need students, but that we should prioritize helping those that need it most. While equality is about giving everybody the same thing, equity is about making things fair. Compare and count the number of cars in a student parking lot between East and Liberty. Let's take a look at how schools on the west side of the 99 have roughly twice as many AP courses offered as those on the east side. Does a student from Arvin High School truly have the same chance of success in going on to college as a student from Stockdale does? Equity is about fairness and making sure everyone has the same opportunities. We can no longer stand by and watch the district simply shrug their shoulders. When you continue to ignore the patterns of our low socioeconomic schools failing, and you don't use these funds as intended, you are sending a message to students that their worth is judged by the area that they live in. This is not the message that we want to send students whose opportunities are already limited. We need to assure students that no matter where they come from and no matter what obstacles they face, they can overcome and succeed. As a former graduate from Golden Valley High School and an instructor who has taught and seen the conditions at schools like North High and Foothill High School, I say that we do not need another lawsuit. We need change. In order to enjoy true equality, we need to establish equity in our funding first. The Kern High School District needs to ensure that students are encouraged and able to participate in AP classes and curriculum, allocate funding to target helping students with the highest need, and focus on increasing opportunities to students whose educational resources are already very limited. I encourage parents and students alike to get involved in the LCAP process and hold our district accountable for their actions. I strongly encourage the Kern High School District to reevaluate its decision and implement LCFF funding as it was intended. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Randy. Next, we're having Barbara Kilman, who is a parent of an East Bakersfield High School student and a member of Faith in Action.
Also with Faith in Action is
David Campbell.
one problem that I have seen isn't just with Kern High School. It also has to do with the parents. And sometimes those parents cannot handle having their children be either special needs or gay or lesbian or transgender. And then we wind up having a new prison to pipeline, school to prison pipeline, because you have a child who no longer has anywhere to live and they have to steal or unfortunately sell their body and they wind up going to jail. And sometimes these children are only 13 years old. I've only seen 2 schools so far and a third trying, and that is East, Lamont, and Bakersfield High School that are trying to solve this problem, because there's also a bullying issue where kids will just drop out. Maybe they do have the support at home, but they don't have the support at school. So we need to address that as well. It's not just a bathroom issue, it's a racial issue. And I think that's about all I have to say.
Could you say and spell your name again, Miss?
B-A-R-B-A-R-A, and the last name is K-I-L-M-A-N, and I volunteer with Faith in Action and a lot of things at our school, which are our church, which is First Congregational.
Thank you. Could you say your name, first and last?
Barbara Kilman.
Thank you, Barbara. Next, we have Lorena Lara, who is a community organizer with Faith in Action, Kern County.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Lorena, a community organizer with Faith in Action, Kern County.
Bring the microphone down a little bit.
Sorry, is that better? Yeah. Sorry. Let's invest in our students. Let's invest in opportunities that can have students fill up college classrooms instead of prison beds. An investment of $65,000 for one person for 1 year should make anyone our age when we compare it to the $9,000 we spent for one student for 1 year. Only 15% graduating students are college ready, and we know that greater investment of the current high school district in its implementation of the local control funding formula will be a right step in addressing this. Schools with the highest needs are not receiving the funds that they're supposed to be receiving. At Foothill, only 2 AP classes are offered. At East High, which I graduated from, it's 7, but at Stockdale, it's 21 AP classes that are available. Our zip code shouldn't determine the opportunities available for our students. We need the current high school district to increase services for high-need students as the law mandated. We will not stop until we seek justice for our students. Join Faith in Action and Dolores Huerta Foundation as we continue with our efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorena. Next, we have Gloria Garcia, who is community worker with California Rural Legal Assistance.
Hi, my name is Gloria Garcia and I'm here with the California Rural Legal Assistance. The local control funding formula and LCAP plans are critical opportunities for communities to have a say in how their schools are run. By law, school districts are required to provide the public with opportunities to give input into their action plans and budget spending. There are several priorities that the LCAP plans are legally required to address. These state priorities are designed to ensure high levels of student achievement and engagement in our schools. In addition to high-quality curriculum and well-qualified teachers, the LCAP plans must address how the district will promote a school climate that keeps students rather than pushing them out. Kern High School District has a very diverse school population, whether that's race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression. The LCAP is a great way to ensure that these students reach their full potential rather than being pushed out. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. And our last speaker is Erica Brooks, who is our Education Program Director with the Dolores Huerta Foundation.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Erica Brooks, and I'm the Education Program Director for the Dolores Huerta Foundation. Kern High School District is projected to receive $46 million in state funds intended to serve high-need students. Those are the English language learners, low-income students, and foster kids. The parents that we work with and students that we work with have made clear how they want these funds to be spent. They want increased and improved services for English language learners so that they can be reclassified. They want class size reduction. That means hiring more teachers. They want more counselors that talk to them about career readiness. They want counselors that talk to them at least twice a year about the A through G courses that they need to in order to apply for a four-year university. They want increased funding to improve a school climate through the implementation of PBIS and restorative justice that the district approved last year. We want more funds for that. We want Kern High School District to prepare students for college and career readiness, making sure all students in Kern High School have A through G courses available to them, because right now it's not the case. Parents this time has a unique opportunity to become part of the decision-making process and ensure accountability that the funds intended to serve the most high-need students will in fact improve their academic achievement. Like someone mentioned before, Dolores Huerta Foundation and Faith in Action, I'm inviting the community to a free workshop on Monday, May 16, at the Raider Education Center that is located at 2000 K Street, room 101 in Bakersfield. We also have you can visit our websites at doloreshuertafoundation.org or fiakerncounty.org. Thank you.
That wraps it up for our press conference, and we will do one-on-ones. Or if you want to take questions from here, we can do that as well. What is the preference?
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
The situation that happened back when at the Lamont School District with the LCAP, is this going to be moved towards that direction as well? We're starting with the high school. Now we're going to move together with the Lamont School District and Violent in order to work with them as well, since that is the community that's been affected.